Mike Nienaber joins me now, and Coach, I've never seen anything like that. 2 fouls in the final 1.6 seconds, and that's got to be a tough one to swallow.
It's as bad a loss as I think I can never remember as a coach, and I feel like I let us down too because we should have thrown long. I mean, we had, they're jamming up. I mean, that foul on Joe is ridiculous, but when you talk about officials just taking control, just deciding the game. I mean, just deciding the game. I mean, we did what we had to do. We made free throws. We made plays. And you get calls like that you're not going to see them made one time in 1,000 games. And, I mean, just to make that call in that situation is just such garbage. I mean, it's just absolute garbage.
You talk about what you guys did, and that was you fell down there by 7, 47-40. You then went on a 9-0 run to regain the lead, and you're able to finally get some stops against P.J. Davis, who had been really good in the game,
right,
and put yourself in position to win it there. And as you said, it's just tough to end up then having it taken away.
They're just calls that they're not, like I said, they're not going to get called one time in 1,000 games, and just to have it just ripped away from you like that it's just sad. But then what else can you say? Like I said, we should have thrown the ball long. That's on me.
You guys obviously struggled offensively, only 53 points. It took you over 6 minutes to finally get on the board in this game. We talked before the game. This is a very good defensive team. They've got great defensive numbers. They're one of the best in the conference. What was it they were doing, or was it just problems for you guys offensively?
Well, the one thing they did differently than they've done in the past, they didn't double hard on Adam. They let Adam go around the basket, and he was effective at times, and at times, got off balance. I think they basically went to school on what Lee did to us Saturday. They basically said, hey, you know what? They got people in there banging on him, and Adam didn't have a bad game, but it wasn't. It just wasn't one of his best kind of games to be able to go inside like that.
Jeff Larkin did have 10 points in that second half, all of them in the second half. 5 turnovers for Jeff. He looked frustrated at times and just couldn't kind of get in the rhythm of this one.
Well, again, I think forced a little bit. I thought a lot of times, because the thing that we go round and round with Jeff on is when he penetrates, he draws a crowd. He draws a crowd in those situations, and he gets 2-3 guys on him, and a couple of times he tried to split and lost it. We had some walks that I thought were probably legit, and I told the refs a couple of times that I didn't have any problem with a couple of the walks they called on us. I had a real problem with some that they didn't call on the other end, but again, that's just a coach whining.
So what's your message? We talked. This was a big game.
No doubt.
And to lose it that way, how do you get them regrouped for Saturday?
I'll tell you what, it's not going to be easy. I mean, it's just, it's just not. I mean, this is the kind of game that just tears your heart out. And to have it won like we did and have it just ripped away from you like it was there the less than 2 seconds, that's just hard to take. It is really hard to take.
That moves them into a tie with you guys now in the conference standings. Montevallo is leading, approaching halftime against Valdosta State tonight, 29-24. Obviously a long way to go in that one, but now really this last couple of games could go a lot of different directions.
Oh yeah, I mean it's and those teams. I mean Montevallo's got to go to Huntsville still. They've got a tough game there, and of course they haven't won that game yet tonight. Delta's really got the favorable schedule right now. They're at home both games now. Lee will battle them because Lee's fighting for a playoff spot, so that'll be a tough game for them. It's just hard. I mean, I don't know what you say after something like that. Like I said, I've been doing this for 40 years, and I cannot think of one worse than this. It's the hardest. It's as hard a loss as I've ever had.
Well, and I mean, the old saying is you got to put it behind you. I mean, this is tough to put you behind. I mean, because it just is. I mean, this is a game.
I mean, we'll have a day or two to regroup. We'll get on that bus for that long trip to Montgomery, and we're going to be playing against a team that came in here and whipped us, and we've got to find our way back. And I thought the lineup shuffle worked pretty good. Jake did a good job defensively for us. He still struggles on offense, and you're giving up something there. But I thought Alex came in in the non-starting role. I thought he gave us some really good minutes, made some big plays. So I thought he did a good job. We're starting to get a little bit more out of Luke, which is encouraging.
Yeah.
I think the thing where we really have to kind of regroup and think about is we've got to – it's going to be about the tournament now. And we've got to focus on trying to get ourselves together as best we can to go into that Gulf South tournament wherever we have to go. And unfortunately now there's a good chance we're going to be on the road. But wherever we have to go, we're just going to have to figure out a way. If we can get that road win, and the rest of it will be on neutral in Birmingham. If we can get to Birmingham, we're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, you mentioned Luke Rudy. I was looking at his numbers. He went through a stretch. He went 2 for 20 from three-point range. Now he's 5 for his last 11. So it looks as though he's found the stroke again.
Yep, and that's big for us going forward because he did a good. I'll tell you what. I thought we played really good defense for the most part. Again, PJ got going, and he's a really good player, and he did a lot of damage to us. Down the home stretch there, but.
You held Warner to 3 for 14 from the field.
Yeah, I thought we did again, those are the two guys we were focused on. I thought we did a great job on Warner, and the guys combined on him. We had Cody on him initially, and I thought Luke did a heck of a job, was guarding him a lot, and Brad was guarding him a lot. We did everything we needed to do to win.
Yep.
We did everything we needed to do to win. It really unfortunate, and it happens, and we got to find a way to bounce back. Well, easier said than done.
I will say that. I will see you for the long bus ride on Friday, and we'll go see if we can get a win on the road.
Hopefully, we make that trip home a little more pleasant.
I'm undefeated in conference road games.
Well, we need to pack you up. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.